1 o'clock on Tuesday, September 10th.
Man, it's Thursday, brother.
Oh, shit. What sign of the day, man? You know what I've been through, man. I've been doing stuff at the crib, trying to make sure my basement don't get mold from all the water that's down there. But I'm here today, man. I wasn't missing this for the world. Gino, go bring us in, man.
Man, it is Thursday, September 10th. You are officially on the soil rocking with the Bigs. I'm the man of the hour. I need no introduction. This can't be y'all first time rocking on the soil with us, so I'm not even going to say who I am. I'm going to just pass it back to my player partner to get y'all the rundown.
Absolutely. One half of the Bigs. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm your man T, coming to you with a special show today. We got the one and only Cubs outfielder / World Series champion / the Bigs family member, Jason Hayward, joining us in the 2 o'clock hour today.
Jay Hay in the building. Good to see that brother back on the field, man. The season he's having right now, we definitely need him out there every day in right field.
Absolutely. Looking forward to another good conversation, as we always do with our brother Jason. Man, but we got a few things to talk about beforehand, man. There's a lot going on. The NFL is back officially today. Patrick Mahomes versus Deshaun Watson.
Man, don't act so charged, bro. I don't even want you acting charged. You thought the season started next week, man.
Hey, look, it should have started next week. Okay,
should have started at all.
We should have got some extra time for your boy T, right? Just for me.
We ready now.
You excited? You excited for the season to kick off?
I can't wait to get up out of here to get started, man. I don't know who told y'all. I'm ready to go already.
Football, your favorite season, Showtime?
Oh man, I did about 3 drafts yesterday when I got home.
Yeah, I'm definitely two fantasy drafts in. You know, I'm probably just gonna run with these 2 this season. I don't know how COVID is going to affect it. It's a few dollars in the air, but.
Man, I'm so salty. Dude, why the hell do I get the last pick in the draft every year, bro?
Hey, real talk, you do well with that pick. I like to have either the first pick or the last pick. I like those double picks.
Up.
Yeah.
I would have, man, I stole my – I moneyed up with Pat Mahomes last year. Whoever picked before me, I think it might have been Clint Dog with your punk ass. He stole Pat Mahomes from me this year, man.
Hey, the secret's out on Pat Mahomes. Go ahead and load up on Pat Mahomes.
Man, I'm tight, man. The Yahoo Fantasy gave my draft a B-. But
who'd you get with that last pick?
Man, I let the computer take my picks out.
He went with the automated.
I was tight. I was super tight, bro.
I had the first pick. I went with Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, you had the first pick.
I want the do everything horse to just anchor my team. You know,
the shaft was completely in. How the hell you get the first pick? Bro?
Hey, shout out to our brother Monty for holding that down. Thank you, brother. I don't know how I ended up at the top of the draft, but I feel like I held it down.
Hey, Monty, look directly in the camera, bro.
Got something for you.
Straight up, Joe.
Nah, but a lot of things to talk about. Like we said, Jason Hay is joining us in the 2 o'clock hour. Gonna be making our week 1 picks in the NFL, running down the games of the week to see how my guys are feeling about week 1 and seeing who's gonna come out winner or loser.
Now, are we actually gonna keep tabs of these as each week goes on?
Because
I would like to put a little in studio bet.
Okay, yeah.
So whoever finishes.
This is all up T's alley anyway, so we got you.
Oh yeah, definitely keeping record. I'm holding y'all accountable for y'all decision making this year. And we're definitely gonna see who comes out on top. I got a few upsets on my plate this week, man.
Already, huh?
A few upsets this week, but I'm looking forward to it. And I want to talk about the NBA playoffs yesterday as well. Michael Porter Jr. made some comments that I want to ask Gene about. I don't know if he was speaking out of place or not from a rookie perspective, but later on in the show I'll get Gene's perspective, man. But week 1. Should we call this the Trubisky Bowl? Is this what this is going to be called?
Why the hell would you call it the Trubisky Bowl?
Anytime we get Mahomes and Watson versus each other, Bears fans are going to be thinking one of those guys should have been at Soldier Field.
Shout out to Deshaun Watson for caking up this past week, man. It's always good to see the brothers get their just due.
Both of those guys came out with a new bag.
Yeah, Pat. But the thing about Pat is in his blood. His dad used to pitch in the major leagues, with the Minnesota Twins. I'm not sure if he played for anybody else, but that's in his blood. Deshaun, man, it was good to see him. I mean, not that Pat Mahomes didn't get it from the mud, but, it's good to see a guy like Deshaun Watson. You saw the emotion on his face. You saw the family on the other end of the Zoom call. And he deserves it, man.
That was cool.
He puts in a lot of work. And last year was I think it was just the tip of the iceberg. I'm looking for him to one-up last year and take those Houston Texans, even though they lost probably the best receiver in the league. This is going to show you what Deshaun Watson not is really made of, but this is when you show that bread it was much deserved.
I'm still wondering why, they decided to push the button on DeAndre Hopkins. Like you said, he's still one of the best receivers in the league, probably the best hands in the league. And you're talking about a young quarterback who just lost his best weapon.
You know what? I think there was a lot going on in the locker room with Bill O'Brien and Hopkins. It's just something that wasn't right. And for them to trade him for what they traded him for, that was personal. Yeah. I don't care what nobody say. For them to trade him, for them to get what they got, and then to get back somebody like Brandon Cooks, which I'm not knocking Brandon Cooks. He's been good everywhere he went. I get that. But for you to trade a top 5 receiver for what you got him for, and just to let him go like that, it was personal, man.
But a lot of things that go down if you're not able to be inside and get some inside info like we do sometimes, a lot of that stuff is personal, man. A lot of times when players are let go, it's personal reasons. And when you got a guy because these guys nowadays, they have the leverage. So they're not going to let these people talk to them any old way. If that's the case, they're not going to let them treat them any old way. And plus, when you know your worth, and it's a well-known fact, it's a league-wide fact, known fact that this guy is, if not the best, one of the top 2 or 3 receivers in the league, then you can use that. And, man, where is he now?
Hey, you know what they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Right, we talked to that Kyler Murray.
Yeah, man. Ooh-wee. Yeah, with another potential, dynamic duo as far as quarterback and wide receivers go. I'm looking forward to seeing how Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins do their thing this year sure.
That's why Kyler Murray said, man, forget them 1,500 ABs in the minor leagues, bro. I'm straight to this NFL.
Give me this 16 weeks of action.
Give me this guaranteed bread.
Oh, yeah.
And then if it don't work out, I'll only be 26 or 27 years old, barring injury, and I can go play in the major league if I still want.
Hey, we seen Deion do it.
Bo do it.
Saw Bo do it. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him do it.
It's about time for somebody.
Russell Wilson kind of dabbled a little bit.
Don't forget Brian Jordan to play for the Cardinals and Falcons.
Mm-hmm. Just so y'all know, that's my fantasy duo. I wanted to just throw that in there real quick. I picked up DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray. I'm betting the house on those two this season to come out big.
Man.
Nah, man.
Oh, what? Have you seen Kyler Murray?
Have you seen that offensive line?
But have you seen Kyler Murray?
Have you seen that offensive line?
The Cardinals' offensive line?
Absolutely. You see those running backs go crazy? How many running backs went crazy for the Cardinals last year? Chase Edmonds, Kenyon Drake came out putting up big numbers for the Cardinals. So, yes, I feel you. They have some issues on offensive line, but they have a very talented offense.
Hey, man, I don't even know who those two guys are. Who? Say them names again.
Kenyon Drake, the running back they picked up from Miami at the trade deadline for Miami, but they had Chase Edmonds, and they traded David Johnson in that trade. I remember
David Johnson. Where's he
now? For DeAndre Hopkins.
Where's David?
So he went to the Texans.
Oh, with Deshaun?
Yeah, he needed a fresh
start. They're going to be solid.
That's decent, okay.
And David Johnson is one of those running backs where you can see him getting 1,000 yards on the ground and through, as far as catching the ball.
No doubt.
He's one of the elite running backs. So, it was some things going back in that trade that the Texans, I'm sure, are trying to make sure they get the most out of. But, hey, I might have held on to DeAndre Hopkins. You know what I mean? But, what can you do?
Hey, shout out to the illest family, the illest sports media family in all the sports media out there checking in with us on Facebook, on YouTube, whatever other streams you linked in to. Man, don't forget to send those stars to the brothers.
Do it.
We need those stars. Run them stars up. 1, 10, 50, 100, 200, 1,000, 10,000. Run those stars up at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you support the BIGS so we can continue to push this major content out and continue to push our culture, not the culture, our culture forward. That's what we're here for, man.
Absolutely. Hit that share button. If you can't throw us some stars, hit the like button. Tell a friend. The BIGS are on the Sawyer with Jason Hayward today.
Smash that like button. Smash that share button. Smash that comment button. Support the brothers.
And without further ado, can we get to these picks? Are y'all ready?
Let's go.
Showtime ready.
All right, game tonight. Week 1. It's busting, y'all. The Texans versus the Chiefs.
Wait, I feel like I need a pen and a notepad. We need to make sure we document what's going on here, because I would like to put a friendly wager on this, since I ain't a gambler, but I'm a gambler.
Oh, Speaking our language, Showtime.
Yeah, we gamble Showtime.
All right, let's.
You got it. You got your pen and your pad.
Shout out, cause we have a new engineer in house. Shout out to Don Julio. He's gonna be helping us out with the picks, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Don Julio, Showtime, Esco, Mays Jackson. What's in it for the black people family, man? We turning up in here, Joe.
Absolutely. Welcome to the team. All right, so here we go. Week 1. Texans versus Chiefs. The Super Bowl champs are right back at it. They didn't lose much.
I'm going with the Chiefs, no doubt.
Chiefs.
All right, we got 2 for the Chiefs. I'm also going with the Chiefs in week 1. I just think Pat Mahomes is a touchdown machine. He may have 4 or 5 tonight. Next game, Jets. Not the Spitter Jets, not the Jet Life.
Jet Life.
No, the New York Jets versus the Bills. How many are y'all gonna watch that game? Do y'all even care about that one?
Hey, are they coming on at 12? If they coming on at what time is that game?
This is a noon game.
No, we watching the Bears, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Not watching that.
Come on, man. But what's my homie? What's the quarterback from Buffalo?
Buffalo, we got Josh Allen over there. They just got Stephon Diggs from the Vikings.
And who's the
over there in the
Jets
Jets
quarterback?
Who is backing up the center on the Jets? I know they got Le'Veon Bell.
That would be jeez, that's crazy.
So y'all are picking the
Sam
Bills. We can't
Darnold.
even name the quarterback.
Sam Darnold, USC.
Is it Sam Darnold?
Yeah,
Sam
I was
Darnold.
about to put y'all down for the Bills. We couldn't even name the quarterback.
Oh, I'm definitely going for the Bills. I don't care if it was Geno Smith, whoever you named for the Jets. I'm going with the Bills.
That's about 2 years back. Man, you know what? Bills always tend to have one great year and then they slip up the next, but they got too much talent not to be good this year. So I got to give it to the Bills.
Okay.
I'm looking for Le'Veon Bell to have a bounce back year after a so-so blah year last year. I'm taking the Jets in week 1.
Okay.
Next game, NFC North Division matchup. Packers versus Vikings. Who y'all going with?
Ooh. Is Aaron Rodgers
The baddest man on the planet.
No, not no more. Where is it?
This is going to be in Minnesota.
I'm taking the Vikings.
I'm taking the Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be mad as hell this year.
Absolutely. Hey, the Packers got it. I think Devontae Adams is healthier than the way he ended the season last year. I'm going with the Packers week 1.
Okay.
Next game, Eagles versus the Washington Slurs. I know they changed their name, but they took the easy way out.
The Washington weak-ass.
The Washington football team.
Okay.
Exactly, but I'm still calling them the Slurs.
The Slurs.
They got to do better.
I'm going with, who is it, Washington and who?
They're in Washington, the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, I got to go with Carson Wentz and the guys. I would love to root for the brother Dwayne, what's his name?
Dwayne Haskins.
But no.
I'm going to call this an upset. I'm going to go Washington.
Okay.
I'm going to go Washington because I feel like there's been a lot of stuff going with them during the offseason in terms of what's going on in the front office and then with the name change. But I like Ron Rivera.
New head coach.
Your new head coach. He's going to bring some stability to those guys. I think it's going to be it's not going to be a sneaky good team, but I feel like he's going to get those guys ready to play. He's a military guy.
He is.
He ain't going to go for no bullshit. He's going to get those guys ready to play for game 1.
Absolutely.
So
hey, you know what? I'm going for the black quarterback. That's my cheat code.
I hear you.
This time around. Let's get Dwayne Haskins a couple of W's this year. I'm thinking he's going to pick up one in week 1.
Who they got on the outside, man?
Hey,
who they have on the
Scary
outside?
Terry McLaren, but that's really it.
Who?
Hey, the boy.
We're going to have to run some replays for you, Gino.
Terry who?
Terry McLaren.
Yeah. One of the fastest guys in the league. He's a problem.
Yeah, all right.
About 90 catches, over 1,000 yards last season.
For who?
For
the Redskins.
For the Redskins.
How many wins did they get last year?
Ooh, bare minimum. I think it was rough before Dwayne Haskins took over.
Was it rough? Wasn't it rough when he took over?
And no, they won a couple of games. They were competitive.
And out of how many?
It was his first time on an NFL football field.
Okay.
And that offensive line and defensive line, then because now they have Chase Young, who
buddy from Ohio State.
Yeah, and
okay.
then also adding on to who are the guys that they already have. They have I can't think of his name, man, but he's a stud on the defensive line. White guy too. You know, but let me tell you something. Their offensive and defensive lines are one of the most underrated in the league. Their defense are going to be sneaky good this year.
Should be a good game. I'm looking forward to this one.
Okay.
Next up, we got the Browns versus the Ravens.
Does Lamar Jackson have the corona, man?
Are they keeping that under wraps? You tell me.
I don't know. I drafted him in the fantasy draft, and Mars told me, they started laughing at me like, man, Lamar got corona, Joe. And I'm like, hold on, man.
You know you gotta look up the names right before the draft, at least, right?
I didn't. I forgot our draft was that night. I was at Wrigley, and my alarm went off 5 minutes before, and I'm like, oh man, I forgot all about this. So I was totally unprepared.
Yo, I want to quote Jalen Rose real quick. Did y'all hear about Odell Beckham?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a whole nother.
That's some whole other shit right there.
Yeah, it is. Oh, pun intended.
Who we going with, Ravens or Browns?
I'm going with Lamar, man.
I gotta
going with Lamar. Okay,
I gotta go Ravens, man.
Gotta go Ravens. And hey, this is one of my second home teams. I went to Morgan State. I was in Baltimore for 5 years. It's the first team I ever covered. I'm going Ravens. All right, they mess around, be my Super Bowl favorite this year.
Is Mark Ingram back?
Mark Ingram is there. I'm still liking Showtime. We got Marquise Brown over there.
Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood
Yes,
Brown.
sir.
Yeah,
Let's go crazy.
Okay.
Let's not hope he turns out to be like Antonio Brown at all. Okay, let's just make sure he stays on the.
Is AB done?
Somebody's gonna pick him up. I feel like when he comes back, I think he has to serve an 8-game suspension. But somebody's gonna pick him up either first or second week with a major injury.
I agree with you.
All right, I'm going Ravens there too. Let's go to the next one. We got Colts versus Jaguars.
Phillip Rivers versus Mustache Man.
Minshew.
Where's that one?
This is gonna be in Jacksonville.
No Jalen Ramsey. Where's he with the Rams? Right?
He just bagged up with the Rams.
Right. Hopped out. Remember he hopped out that Brinks truck?
Woo! Come on. One of my favorite players for sure.
I hate Phillip.
You flipping a coin on this one anyway.
No,
Gino.
I don't really rock with Phillip Rivers. So give me.
I feel that.
Are you really flipping a coin on this game?
No, I don't like Phillip Rivers. So that's my pick right there.
I gotta go Colts, man. I mean, Jacksonville, they sold everything, man.
Yeah.
They sold the house, the car, the
they
cow,
let go of
all
Leonard
of it.
Fournette.
Baby mama, all of it's gone. Everything.
I'm going with the Jaguars too. I just didn't like the way that Phillip Rivers walked into a
Straight
job while
up.
boy Cam Newton had to basically beg, and plead for one. But man, we'll dive into that after the first break. You're on the soil with the Bigs.
You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard.
Well, what was the power of the Bible? Most motherfuckers couldn't read. So the Bible legitimately changed the world because motherfuckers began to learn to read. And once I can learn to read, wait a minute, I can question some of this bullshit you talking
What school
about.
you go to though?
It don't matter.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
But I'm not
No, I went to Dunbar.
Yes!
That sounds Dunbar.
Oh, it's good.
People disrespect the city schools,
This Chicago!
and I'm a motherfucking genius.
And that's on period.
Shout out to the mighty man.
No, I'm just playing. But seriously though, think about it though, right? The Bible legitimately changed the world, right?
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard live on What's In It for the Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
We fun guy. What's tomorrow? Fun guy, what's up, baby? What it do, baby? Yeah, you already know.
What's going on, Chicago? What's in it for the Black People Media presents?
I want to go higher. Oh my God.
Call your sons, call your daughters, call your friends, call your neighbors.
The BIGS, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. with Eugene, McIntosh, and Terrence Tomlin. We got what you need right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard.
Well, what was the power of the Bible? Most motherfuckers couldn't read. So the Bible legitimately changed the world because motherfuckers began to learn to read. And once I can learn to read, wait a minute, I can question some of this bullshit you talking
What school
about.
you go to though?
It don't matter.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
But I'm not
No, I went to Dunbar.
Yes!
That sounds Dunbar.
Hey, this is Jason Kidd. This is Mark Cuban. I'm Dame Lillard. I'm rocking with the Bigs.
BIGSPM.
Never say never. Demand your respect. Smile even when you down. Never let them see you sweat.
You're back on the soil with the Bigs.
Hey man, just let me stop you right there. Shout out to Showtime for loading that up. What sports media group do you know that's rocking Sly Polaroid and
Who
Bump
you know?
J in the cut?
Who you know?
Not a single soul. That's why we are the illest guys on the soil right now. So back to you, T.
Yes, sir. Now we kicking it on the soil. Jason Hayward joining us at 2 o'clock. Make sure you tune in though right after us to Chicago Famous with Mike Love and Diz. They got State's attorney Kim Fox joining them today, G.
Uh-oh. We gotta get down to the bottom of a couple things. Then if we gonna talk to Kim Fox,
ain't nobody holding all this.
No, nobody hold. We good. We clean. Right?
Are we?
Clean.
Are we?
We clean.
Showtime, we gotta check you, man. You might be the stud that is like, hey man, when the police pull you over, it's like, hey man, you got something on you. It's like, nah, we clean, man. Then they run all our pockets.
It's like,
Showtime,
tell us.
Showtime got the dub sack in his sock. Man, you didn't tell us you had the sack, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tell us. Let us know.
Hey, man, I remember, let me tell y'all the quick story, man. We was on our way to South by Southwest one year. Me, Vic Spencer, Q, Basis, Jahari, and Rado, Honest. We was on our way to South by Southwest to
do better
bands. And we were on our way. The last city out of Illinois before you touch down is Cairo. So we were going through Cairo. Of course, we smoking blunts, big blunts.
Of course, it's in the air.
I got a zipper on me.
Okay.
You know, we
is
going down.
Is it locked away? Is it
no, it's in my lap.
Okay.
We rolling up, riding reckless. Come on, you know how it is, man. Before we learn, you know, we got to learn like Tim the harder way, right?
Yeah, you got to learn. Hey, no, don't let nothing catch you up.
So look, we riding. Police pull us over. Now I'm not speeding because I've done this trip numerous times, so I already know the science.
Okay.
They pull us over. Of course, we toss the L out the window. Pull us over. They like, so I tossed the zipper to Jahari, who's in the passenger seat. I'm driving, pass it to him. He throws it in the back. Now we're in like a three-row excursion or expedition, something. So he tosses it all the way to Q in the back row. So Q stashes it somewhere. They pull us over, pull us all out the car, run our pockets. Nobody got nothing. Pull all our stuff out the back, all our bags, run all our bags. They got a dog and everything.
Okay, K9 is on the scene.
They do not find the zipper.
By God's grace.
Why did they run Vic Spencer's pockets and this guy got a 7 on him? It's like,
for the personal action, we know.
Didn't we ask you, does anybody in here have anything else? I'm like, I got a zipper for us to ride to South by Southwest with to be straight for the whole week, for the whole time we there. Why do you have this 7? It was a personal 7, so when he got off on his own, he could go on.
That was one of those. This is all here for me. Ain't none of this in the air.
Yeah, man. You know? So it was like, man. But luckily, the police was cool. He didn't find the zipper though. I couldn't believe how he could not find the zipper. It wasn't like Q stashed it somewhere wicked. It was just like in the bottom of one of our bags.
Touched by an angel. I know the feeling.
So he like, yeah, you know, I could take him to jail, right? And I'm like, yeah, you could take him to jail. I don't have anything. Or you could let us ride. You could take his 7, smash it in the floor, and let us ride, which is what he did.
Okay.
So I was just saying that's. I hope Showtime ain't that guy, man. That you know.
Unfortunately, I got more than a couple stories like that.
I know you. Me too.
Where the boys and ran through my stuff, took my product, smashed it. I'm damn near crying in front of them and all of that.
Long as they let you go, though.
Oh, they let me go.
We can come up. I
came through good.
Yeah, we can come up on that at another time. But man, let's get back to these picks, bro.
Yes, sir. Y'all ready? You ready for the second half, Gino?
I know Showtime ready.
Raiders and Panthers. Raiders and Panthers, we're going to be dealing with that. On the other end of this break, let's jump into break number 2. You're on the soil with the BIGS.
You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard.
Well, what was the power of the Bible? Most motherfuckers couldn't read. So the Bible legitimately changed the world because motherfuckers began to learn to read. And once I can learn to read, wait a minute, I can question some of this bullshit you talking about.
What school you go to, though?
It don't matter.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
But
I went to Dunbar.
Yes!
That sounds Dunbar.
Oh, it's good.
People disrespect the city schools.
This Chicago!
And I'm a motherfucking genius.
And that's on period.
Shout out to the mighty man.
No, I'm just playing. But seriously though, think about it though, right? The Bible legitimately changed the world, right?
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard live on What's In It For The Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Is health care costs and policies. Senior citizens have their Social Security reduced from Medicaid, and some of our senior citizens are $3.
You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard.
Well, what was the power of the Bible? Most motherfuckers couldn't read. So the Bible legitimately changed the world because motherfuckers began to learn to read. And once I can learn to read, wait a minute, I can question some of this bullshit you talking
What school
about.
you go to, though?
It don't matter.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Well, no, I'm just
I went to Dunbar.
Yes!
That sounds Dunbar.
Oh, it's good.
People disrespect the city schools.
This Chicago!
And I'm a motherfucking genius.
And that's on period.
Shout out to the mighty man.
Nah, I'm just playing. But seriously though, think about it though, right? The Bible legitimately changed the world, right?
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard live on What's In It For The Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
WIFTV PM.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the astonishing
Yeah. One more time for the peoples, will you? Alright. Now let's get into this real shit. Back when I used to hit town.
You are officially back on the soil rocking with the bigs. Y'all heard Bump, man. Tune in to this real shh. But make sure immediately after On the Soil with the Bigs, make sure you tune in to Chicago Famous. Man, they got State's Attorney Kim Foxx on with them today.
It's cracking.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be cracking. There's gonna be a lot of questions getting answered on that joint today.
Absolutely. Some nice guests on What's In It For The Black People Media today. Jason Hayward joining us at 2. State's Attorney Kim Foxx with Chicago Famous.
I'm a little nervous about Kim. A little nervous about Kim.
Come on, you good. You with the bigs. You good, Showtime. We connected people, right?
I don't know, man. I might have some prize or something. I ain't here when she here. When she call, I ain't here.
Hey, we going to be here, hold it down for you. Gino, we diving back into week 1 predictions.
Let's get it, man.
Let's get it, man. I left off Raiders and Panthers. No more Cam Newton in Carolina. It's a new era for them. The Raiders are in Las Vegas.
Is Teddy Bridgewater in Carolina?
Yes, he is.
Teddy Bridgewater, a new black quarterback over there. They swapped him out real quick.
Versus who?
The Las Vegas Raiders. No longer the
Are
Oakland Raiders.
They the Las Vegas
the
Raiders?
LV.
No way. I'm going with Scam Newton and them off top. Las Vegas Raiders, stop.
Scam ain't there no more, man.
Oh, damn, my bad. Who we got? Oh, we got Teddy. My bad. Scam is in New England. Perfect place for Scam, huh?
Scam is picking up the baton from Brady over there in New England.
All right, we'll get to him later. So
Teddy Bridgewater, hey, he did his thing as a backup for New Orleans.
I'm definitely going with Teddy B.
Well, he's undefeated and backing up Drew Brees last year.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with Teddy B.
Hey, man, I low-key I wanted the Bears to grab Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, you knew better.
We wanted the Bears to grab a lot of people.
I wish I did better, though. I knew better. I didn't do better. I got my emotions all tied into it, and now I'm like, fuck the Bears again.
The Bears think it's still 1963 over there.
1963.
The Jim Crow era.
Still running out good defenses with below average quarterbacks and a decent running game. That's the Bears' way.
Y'all scared to sign a black quarterback, man?
When was our last black quarterback?
Vince. Well, before Cordell.
Jason Campbell.
Jason Campbell. Cordell Stewart. And before that,
and no,
Vince
I'm not
Evans.
even counting those, man. Cordell Stewart was on his last leg.
Come on.
The Steelers didn't want him no more, and he came in and he stunk up the place in Chicago.
But that let y'all know how old I am, because I know y'all don't even know who Vince Evans is.
I'm letting you handle that one. I'm letting you handle that one.
Yeah.
Henry Burris, I think Henry Burris is a coach on the squad now under their diversity mandated. Gotta have a person of color coach.
Yeah, all right.
They just kept him around, but I feel you, Gene. I'm going with the Panthers as well. I think Teddy Bridgewater and DJ Moore are going to have a special season over there, and they got the white running back guy. Come on,
you talking about the guy you drafted?
Come on, yes. Yeah. I know he's doing numbers this year because he's on the modern day hippies. Okay?
Don't become one of those guys who just because you drafted a guy that you feel like the team's gonna win.
Hey, he's on the squad for a reason. Okay,
give me the Raiders.
Okay,
I'm taking it. You know, this is the make or break year for David Carr. They got the weapons. Their defense is looking right. They got the rookie. They got the rookie safety back. Yep. They're building that defense the way they need to be. They got a sneaky good defensive middle linebacker they got from the Rams, who he did like 154.
Yeah, they got Kiwatowski over there as well.
Exactly. So if they're not competitive, if they don't come out of the gate winning, I mean, they're going to tear that team apart. They're not getting rid of Gruden because he's a $100 million man. So this is the year.
And didn't they give him a lifetime contract there? I think he's there for the next 10 years.
Yeah, he's got that character that's going that I don't know if it sells. Well, they ain't in L.A. no more. The Las Vegas Raiders, are you guys serious, man?
Hey, come on. You see Vegas. Vegas was getting busy. Vegas let the world know that, hey, we opening up shop. And the Raiders came right through. It was either going to be the Raiders or the Rams. It was one of those teams.
Yeah, I can't go.
I'm liking the Raiders, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the Panthers as well. I'm riding with Teddy Bridgewater. You know I'm black quarterback and nothing this year.
Let's go.
Next one, man, Bears. Lions. All right, I know this is a hometown, game. This is the one that we're all going to be watching.
We homers, man. Bears, man. 1-0 to start the season, bro.
This is one of the wins I was going to give them out of the, 4 I said? Yeah. So, yeah, this is a win for the Bears.
Y'all are a lot nicer than me. This is an L. What are y'all talking about?
Oh, man.
This is an L. Matt Stafford
is probably
Galladay,
the most good.
Marvin Jones Sr.
Matt Stafford is probably the best regulation quarterback in NFL history.
And I love my guys on defense. Shout out to Danny T and Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks. Those are my guys. This isn't anything against them. But I know when the wheels are falling off, okay? And this is not going to be a good year for the Bears, okay?
Oh, we know that.
L's. Week 1 L's.
All right, so before we take a real, and I mean real quick, go use the washroom, think about something, and then come back break. We gonna go through the scheduling you guys got. The records we got so far. We're gonna go through all the picks, and then we're gonna finish up. But we gotta take a real quick commercial break, all right?
You're on the soil with the BIGS.
To Illinois citizens from Washington is health care costs and policies. Senior citizens have their Social Security reduced from Medicaid, and some of our senior citizens live off $3 a week for food allowance. Working families are facing bankruptcy over policy and limit and costs. Drug prices require decisions between food and Medicaid. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me and send me to Washington. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
You're back on the soil with the BIGS. Coming to you live from the West Center for Black People Radio. Media.
Hey, man, make sure you shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located in my hood, 8158 South Cottage Grove. Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. I actually had some African black soap I copped yesterday. But Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Or you can find them online, www.solobeautysupply.com. I told you, anytime I can rep Cottage Grove, I'm doing it, bro.
Absolutely. Definitely repping Cottage Grove in the area. Shout out to Solo Beauty for holding it down with the West Center for Black People Media family. Gino, man, I'm still kind of flabbergasted. Y'all just handing the Bears wins this year. What's good?
Man, the Lions are trash, B.
I ain't gonna say they trash. They just every year find a way to lose.
They're trash.
They find a way to lose with all the talent they have. And they trying to make it New England North over there.
They're going to find a way to split it with the Bears. I feel like it's going to start out on the winning side for them. I'm giving them the W for week 1.
You know who I feel sorry for in Detroit right now? And we probably echo the same sentiments. Matthew Stafford.
I don't feel sorry for him at all.
You know what? He one hell of a quarterback. The man tough, but for some reason he's stuck with a team that does not know how to win and does not know how to put the right pieces around. And when they do get the right pieces, they retire early.
I know why he's stuck around.
They broke his pockets off.
Absolutely. Hey, you can have a spot here forever. Matt Stafford, please don't leave.
Broke his pockets all the way off, bro.
Yeah, he lost Megatron, and for good reason. The man said, I'm tired of getting banged around.
Man, bro, I'm kind of getting fed up with this same thing we keep talking about. Championships or paper.
Come on, man. Paper.
Stop it, man.
Paper and being able to play with my kids when it's all over. Shout out to D-Rose. Okay?
Don't sound too dumb. Today does it, guys. All you 85ers out there. But that's a whole nother conversation. So let's get back to these picks.
Let's run back to these picks. How y'all looking? Because I'm feeling like I'm I'm gonna hold this one against y'all. I'm gonna be watching on Sunday, thinking about y'all. Like the Bears better win this one. They better make me look bad.
And the Bears better win this one.
All right, so week 1 we all had the Chiefs. I mean the first game, Chiefs against Texas. Okay, game 2, Bills, Jets. Who had that one?
With the Jets.
You had the
Both
Jets.
y'all went with the Bills.
We had the Bills. All right, and then we got Packers, Vikings. I had my man Aaron Rodgers. Who had the Vikings on that?
I had the
Jane
Vikings.
had Vikings. I'm going with the Packers.
What's the Vikings quarterback?
That's
Kirk
Kirk
Cousins.
Cousins.
Mr. I don't care about COVID Cousins.
Mr. You like that?
You like that? Hey, Kirk Cousins. Well, I don't care if they win. Well, who
Did
is
you
it?
hear what he
Minnesota
said
versus
about
who?
versus the Packers?
Oh, that's the NFC. It don't matter who wins.
Did you hear what he said about the COVID though?
If I get it, I get it.
What was good with the Ivan Drago reference? Like if he dies, he dies.
He dies.
What's good with that? Should he be afraid of the COVID? What's good?
It's the sound of
No,
a man that
man.
has too
He
much
shouldn't
money.
be afraid of COVID.
Shouldn't be afraid of COVID. But that was some wild stuff. If I die, I die.
He said that?
Like, out of
What
his
he
mouth.
said.
Shout out to Kirk Cousins, man.
It's a man who has too much money.
Absolutely. Eagles versus the Washington football team up next.
Okay,
I'm going with Dwayne Haskins, black quarterbacks. Let's go.
I said Dwayne Haskins and the Redskins too, and then you had Terrence. You had the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm going with Carson Wentz. You know I'm black quarterback or nothing too, but I'm going with the Redskins. Change me up, man.
Yeah, okay. That's why
Change
we
me
recap.
up.
Hold on.
That's why we recap.
Hold on.
Oh, I hope you didn't put that in ink. Go ahead and erase that real quick.
Hold on.
That's
Man,
why they
all right.
make pens with erasers, man.
Hold on.
Black QB or nothing.
All right, Browns against the Ravens. We all had the Ravens.
Yeah.
If it's up to me, the Ravens going 16-0. So just put that down.
Yeah, all right. Then we got Colts and Jags. I said the Colts, and y'all two said the Jags. Y'all really think the Jags are gonna win?
I don't like Phillip Rivers, bruh.
On the replay, I don't know about going for a team called the Jags. You know what I mean?
What?
It's just a bad omen, kind of. It's like are they gonna jag something?
Brother, can you again? Either one of y'all name me their running back right now for the Jags?
Of course
I know
can.
his name is the dude that
It's
was
dude
behind
that-
Leonard Fournette. Yeah.
Right. No, you can't.
No, they got guys off the street playing. They don't trade it. Everybody.
They got the guy that was bagging my groceries at Jules last week.
I'm talking about the man in the parking lot who was running security for him.
Cuzzo.
The man that asked me for a square the other day. That's who they picked up.
That's how much I don't like Phillip Rivers. Next.
Raiders, Panthers. Teddy Bridgewater, I'm going with the Panthers.
Definitely going with the Panthers.
I said Raiders on that one.
And you not liking the Las Vegas aroma.
I'm not going with that. Somebody on the chat said that stadium is the best in the league right now.
Oh yeah, they got busy. They rolled out the red carpet for the Raiders.
I'm so sleep. I didn't know the Vegas was the Raiders, and I have not seen this stadium.
Vegas was one of those untapped places that just was waiting on the sports team.
Well,
you saw they just got an NHL team,
Right.
And now NFL
And they've been
is there.
killing. But maybe this is because this whole COVID situation is going on, and we didn't know if we were going to have football or not. So maybe that's
nobody is having the year that they want as far as rollout stadiums.
Right.
The Golden State Stadium, everything is kind of up in the air.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
All right, next week Bears Lions. I'm going
Bears.
I'm going Lions.
Bears.
The Bears.
All right, I'm standing alone. I kind of like it like that.
That's kind of huff, though, T. How you going to go against the brothers
I gotta
like
keep
that?
it squirrel. They'll get some wins. I don't know if it'll be on Sunday though.
Hey, wait, and then this is a home game for the Bears?
No, this is in Detroit.
They're in Detroit.
Bears. I still take it.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Come on, bro.
Hey, real talk.
And it's not even a biased
They better
pick.
go ahead and pick it up.
It's not even a biased pick. If they can't beat the Lions,
Thank you, Showtime.
If we can't beat the Lions, then
Look at
I
the
might as
rest
well
of the
reevaluate everything I thought about what the Bears gonna be in the lack of what they don't have.
And
Get ready to do that.
And look at the rest of the schedule, especially on the road.
I'm not.
This is
letting
the
them go.
toughest road team that we're gonna play.
Listen, you don't go into the offseason with quarterback questions and then run back the same quarterback after after trading for a better quarterback.
There were no quarterback questions, man. They
Is
hired
Nick Foles on the team, then he should be playing over Mr. Trubisky. And there's going to be an issue when the players start to feel like they're playing for the lesser quarterback. They're like, hey, man, Trubisky's out there, but let's get Nick Foles, okay?
I was listening to 670 the other day, and somebody had threw Nick Foles. They mentioned Nick Foles, and I'm like, damn, bro, do you realize Mitch Trubisky is your starting quarterback? I was like, uh-oh, that might be a sign right there.
And I'm not saying Nick Foles is the guy, like that he's the shit. You know what I mean? I'm just saying we're working with who's on the roster. I don't know how good it's going to start out. I feel bad for guys like Allen Robinson, who've had to play for bad quarterbacks his whole career, and is getting ready to have to do it again. So
yeah, he is.
You know, I'm wondering how long it's going to be until those wheels pop completely off and they got to stand in the mirror and say, let's make another quarterback change.
You know what? And we talked about this the other day, but I have another theory about why they brought him in too. I think a big reason why they brought him in was also to keep that locker room together. Because I think for many of us outside the locker room who don't think Mitch is the quarterback, I think there were some guys in that locker room who didn't completely follow Mitch. And they brought somebody in with the intent to say, hey guys, we know Mitch ain't the guy, right? May not be that guy. So let's bring somebody in to compete with him, try to get the best out of him. So it's all about showing those guys that are trying to follow Mitch that, hey, we got y'all back if Mitch don't work out. We're going to bring in somebody. And they had to bring in somebody to compete just in case Mitch decided to not show up at some point. So, I mean, if you want to keep guys like Khalil Mack and Hicks happy on this team, you bring somebody in to compete with him and just not give him that job. If you're working with somebody that you know don't deserve the job, you ain't going to respect them the way you're supposed to respect them. So you bring in somebody who you feel like who can do the job to either take over or to be like, hey, you got to work now because somebody right behind you. Let me see how you work when your ass is on fire.
Let me tell you. And we can't be in the locker room because of the COVID restrictions and everything, but I don't want to see those guys, Khalil Mack and Akeem's faces when they got told that Mr. Trubisky was the quarterback. I feel like, and this is why I'll give the Bears some leeway. It was an unconventional offseason. They didn't get to have preseason games, and we didn't get to see Mr. Trubisky or Nick Foles in a fast-paced, pads on the field offense. So, okay, under that pretense, you go ahead and you stick with the guy who ended your season as the quarterback, and you go with Mr. Trubisky. But I definitely think that leash is very short. I think that, if Mr. Trubisky comes out and stinks up the place or just has an okay game, then you're talking about you're being on Foles' watch almost immediately. I mean, that's the kind of leash I think Mr. Trubisky is on with these guys.
So when does Nick Foles take over the job? What week?
Week 4. I give it to the quarter mark of the season.
Week 3.
I feel like that's fair for Trubisky. You get 3 weeks.
Hey, Mitch, I hope you watching On the Soil with the Bigs right now. These guys have absolutely no faith in you, brother.
Time out, because I'm sure that he's been hearing this for the last few months. I know he knows how. Mitch has to know how short that leash is because it's been short with him for a while now.
Well, Mitch Trubisky is our quarterback.
Come on, I'm sure that's plastered somewhere in Soldier Field in the coach's room.
Hey, man, is that all the games for the week, or we got some more?
Absolutely not. That's halfway through. We can rapid fire these next few ones. Seahawks, Falcons, y'all.
Matty Ice versus Russell Wilson. Black quarterback time. Let's go.
Russell
Plus, I
Wilson,
think Seattle is a better team.
I think Russell Wilson is on the MVP radar every year. I'm going with the Seahawks.
I'm going with the Seahawks. The Falcons are one of those teams every year we got to flip a coin. Are we going to be good or not be good?
Period. I feel like that's the whole NFC South. Dolphins versus Patriots. Cam Newton debuting as the predecessor to Tom Brady.
Is
Tannehill the quarterback in Miami?
No, it's
Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick, exactly.
Where is it?
This is going to be in Foxborough. This is in New England.
Oh, yeah. The scandal is in full effect. I'm going with Scam and Company.
I'm thinking Cam Newton is going to have a great year. I feel like a lot of teams that passed on him are going to be eating their words and whatever the conversation was, but they passed up on him. I feel like a lot of teams are going to be regretting that. I'm going to
throw a monkey wrench at y'all because every year it seems like the Dolphins get one win off the Patriots. Usually later on in the year.
Right.
But I'm gonna go game 1. I'm gonna go Fitzmagic. Okay. And
Fitzmagic.
Fitzmagic. And they got some decent guys in that secondary that I believe in. They slowly putting that team together. They years from being competitive where they need to be, but
they got a black head coach too, don't they?
Yes, Brian Flores.
That's an interesting quarterback matchup. You got Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's like the white privileged king. Right. Okay, that somehow he just continues to find a starting job.
Both ends of the spectrum, huh?
And Cam Newton, who's played in the Super Bowl, he couldn't find a job last year. So I'm looking forward to that one. I'm thinking Cam got a list of people that he's ready to go at.
No doubt.
Cardinals versus 49ers. We talked about the Cardinals. The 49ers were in the Super Bowl last year.
Where's that?
What would they do for an encore? This is on the 49ers turf.
Oh, yeah, I got to go with San Francisco.
you know what? They should have won the Super Bowl, but unfortunately, a porn star Jimmy, as Stephen A. likes to call him, overthrew the ball to Emmanuel Sanders.
Wide open.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about about 5 or 6 yards of clear nothing. So it's up to Jimmy G to make it happen. Let's go 49ers. I'm not excited about that pick. I say that with me biting my fingernails on that one.
I'm going with the Cardinals. You guys know I like Kyler Murray and I like that DeAndre Hopkins matchup. I like Christian Kirk on the opposite of DeAndre Hopkins. I think they got special offense over there. Real quick, Cowboys, Rams.
Give me the Rams. I can't stand the Cowboys, America's team. Did they pay Dak yet?
No.
Did they franchise them?
I believe so.
No money for Dak yet.
I believe so, but he's not trying to play on that.
I feel him.
He's not trying to play on that. I hate the Cowboys, but I got to go with them because they got too much talent.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm going with the Cowboys as well. I like CeeDee Lamb. They got, of course, he's wearing the special number 88 over there.
That's right.
Got a nice wide receiver core over there with Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup to round out the three. I'm going with the Cowboys over there with Ezekiel Elliott, too.
Forgot about Zeke.
Steelers, Giants.
Who cares?
Yeah, that's one where there used to be a huge rivalry. It's one of the games you used to be excited for. It's a new era.
Is Ben Roethlisberger still over?
Absolutely. The two-time raper.
His Steelers and who?
Steelers
and Giants
versus the Giants. You got Saquon Barkley over there. He's a dog.
Danny Dimes.
I'm
gonna get let me go with Danny Dimes because next week when they come to the crib, it's over with.
I'm thinking Saquon Barkley has the best week of anybody playing football this week. Saquon Barkley is going to go ahead and get the Giants a W.
Let's go.
Steelers.
All right, here we go. Bucks versus Saints. NFC South matchup. Tom Brady is in the building.
In New Orleans?
This is in New Orleans.
I've got Drew Brees all day. Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, whoever else they got over there. I'm rocking with the NO. Third Ward Callio, bro.
I love Alvin Kamara. I love Michael Thomas over there. But come on, this is the Tom Brady Buccaneers, okay?
I don't care if it was the Tom Brady.
Oh, come on. Tom Brady is getting a win.
Tom Brady is my GOAT, so it's all love. But I'm going with Drew Brees this week.
Let's dive into a break real quick. You're on the soil with the Bigs.
You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard.
Well, what was the power of the Bible? Most motherfuckers couldn't read. So the Bible legitimately changed the world because motherfuckers began to learn to read. And once I can learn to read, wait a minute, I can question some of this bullshit you talking about.
What school you go to, though?
It don't matter.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
But
I went to Dunbar.
Yes!
That sounds Dunbar.
Oh, it's good.
People disrespect the city schools.
This Chicago!
And I'm a motherfucking genius.
And that's on period.
Shout out to the mighty man.
No, I'm just playing. But seriously though, think about it though, right? The Bible legitimately changed the world, right?
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard live on What's in It for the Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
The biggest threat to Illinois citizens from Washington is health care costs and policies. Senior citizens have their Social Security reduced from Medicaid, and some of our senior citizens live off $3 a week for food allowance. Working families are facing bankruptcy over policy and limit and costs. Drug prices require decisions between food and Medicaid. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me and send me to Washington. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
Hang out with Chicago famous Mike Love and Diz 3 to 6 p.m. right here on What's in It for the Black People Media live on the Mace Jackson page. So shout out to Chicago famous. They did their thing. They did a phenomenal job. Those brothers, listen, radio legends, right? And you come in, you're used to doing things one way and trying to flip it and do another way. They handled it seamlessly, man. So shout out to Mike Love and Diz for holding it down as they always have done. Welcome to the What's in It for the Black People Media family. Good luck at achieving #2 status for the second best show on What's in It for the Black People Media, because #1 is and always will be I Said What I Said.
Always remember, you ain't first, you're last.
Whenever I play, I want to play to win. I don't see no purpose in playing.
You play to win the game. In the famous
Can
words
you
of
beat
Herb.
my ass though?
Can you whoop my ass though?
It's really that simple. I don't plan on getting my ass whooped.
Hey, yo, wait a minute. Hey.
The Chicago famous ain't gonna whoop my ass.
And Chicago
We not
famous
here for
can't
no
whoop-
ass whoop. That's
Yo, what's your problem, man? Y'all are brothers. You ain't supposed to be fighting each other.
We not here for no ass whoop.
That's not what we here for.
We're not here for no ass whoop.
It's not what we here for.
Not at all.
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Tucson Warner and Herb Howard live on What's In It for the Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069. Or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers, certain restrictions apply.
Day one.
I like how that sound right there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of inspirational. It's like everybody got a goal. It's trying to reach or alive. They're trying to live, man. See bumps in the road. You got to keep pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? If you don't continue, make it strong.
You are officially back on the soil, rocking with the bigs. On the soil, man. Make sure you tune in to Chicago Famous up next, because they will have State Attorney Kim Foxx on today. And Showtime said he wasn't in the building with Kim Foxx on the line.
Yeah, we got to get him clean out of here before Kim Foxx gets in the building. We're going to make sure you don't have no problem, Showtime. Don't worry about it.
I appreciate that, man. I got some things going on that I don't need to be talking about.
Shout out to Mike Love and Diz holding it down with Chicago Famous every day from 3 to 6 p.m. right here on What's In It for the Black People Media.
It's cracking, man.
Gino, it's a great lineup we got over here. I'm happy to be part of this, you know?
Hey, man, coming up in about 7 to 8 minutes, we got the Cubs 5-time Gold Glove, one of the better players in the league this year, this shortened season. Our boy, our family member, the big certified Jason Hayward's going to be rocking with us on the soil, man.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that one for sure. It's a lot going on with the Cubs. I'm sure we're going to have a good conversation with Jason coming up in the 2 o'clock hour.
Hey, shout out to everybody out there that's been sending those stars through. I had to get out of my live and come back, so I know I missed a few people out there at the beginning. I know Mom Duke sent some stars. I saw a couple other people send some stars.
Thank you.
D.S. Sanders always sending her boys some stars, so we appreciate all the love out there. And, hey, however y'all can support the bigs, support the bigs.
Absolutely. Go ahead and hit that share button, hit the like button, share the stars. Y'all know how y'all get down with us. Let it be known you're rocking with the bigs on the soil. On the other end of that break, man, we were wrapping up our picks. We only got one more game I want to throw at you guys. Titans versus Broncos. The last game of the week, Monday night.
Who cares?
The Titans were AFC North a few plays away from. Well, I shouldn't say they were a few plays away because they were going up against Mahomes, but they were.
That's
right there.
That's Derrick Henry now.
Best running back in the game.
Tannehill is the quarterback.
Yeah,
Tannehill is over there. Found a home with the Titans.
Yeah, I gotta go with the Titans. Who cares? The Broncos?
Yeah, the Broncos are like Vic Fangio's boys. It's like, okay, y'all are gonna be.
You know
bottom
what?
feeders.
And Von Miller's out, right?
Von Miller checks out.
Cooked.
Surgery.
Smoked.
Big loss for that defense.
Smoked.
You know what? If anybody else was the head coach for Denver, I would pick Denver because they got a slew of talent over there. They picked up Melvin Gordon. They still have Phillip Lindsay. I like the kid at quarterback. I like him. I like everything that they got set up, but I just don't believe in Vic Fangio Great defense, but at the same time, my man don't know how to run no offense. He don't really know what he's doing.
You saw that much last year. Had Joe Flacco pissed every single week. They ended up just saying, you can leave, bruh. You know what I mean?
So who's the quarterback now?
That would be white dude from
yeah, right.
But yeah.
That kind of season for the Broncos. But like you said, they got a couple of running backs that you should, definitely keep your eye on. But with that said, I'm definitely going with the Titans. I think that what they showed last year in the playoffs, they'll be able to replicate. It's going to be impossible to stop the mammoth of a man that Derrick Henry is.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. He was running over Mars like it was Madden 2020.
And Jerome Bettis 2.0. You feel me? I feel like he's the bus.
I think they're a one-hit wonder, man. Woo. I gotta say it. I know they had a great year.
Team last year.
They were just a hot team. It was nice to see A.J. Brown and Ryan Tannehill do their thing.
Yeah.
They got hot and they stayed consistent. But I don't believe in Ryan Tannehill.
I can agree with you 100% on that. I think they'll beat the brakes off the Broncos though. But I do feel you on that, Showtime. They did kind of have that. They blew up out of nowhere act. So it's like now coming back this year. Now that the scouting report is out, let's see if they can one up it last year. So I'm definitely, like you said, T, looking for Derrick Henry to kind of still be that force that he was last year. But Tennessee overall, I ain't too sure about that playoff run again.
Ryan Tannehill definitely came in and was hot. They weren't asking him to do too much. He came into a situation where they knew they had weapons as far as Derrick Henry and a few of their wide receivers, and they just needed a serviceable quarterback. And they got that in Ryan Tannehill. I like the Titans. I definitely think they're going to go ahead and roll to a Week 1 victory.
L.G. Gerard said Drew Luck is the quarterback for Denver.
No luck with that one, y'all. So
Not Andrew.
Andrew is chilling. Shout out to Andrew Luck, who pushed the button and said, I'll see y'all later.
I will see y'all
and we ain't heard a word from him since.
For what?
We went the Calvin Johnson route, right?
Man, paint my pockets and I'll holler.
Absolutely. No, hey, real talk, it looks like it's going to be a fun Week 1. Hey, Gino, I can't front. I definitely was preparing for a year without football a few weeks ago.
I feel you on that, man. But, I mean, I guess it's going to be interesting to see because we saw how it worked out for the NBA. They basically went scot-free in the bubble.
With the bubble.
But we also saw how it worked with Major League Baseball.
Without the bubble.
Yeah, with the Marlins and the Cardinals and those type of things. So it'll be interesting to see because what's the commissioner? Who's the commissioner?
Roger Goodell, yeah.
Roger Goodell. He said he was preparing to not play a full 16-game season. So that was interesting to hear from him.
I feel like with the way things go, we saw with the MLB, there may be some positive COVID tests that, result in postponing some games.
Do you think, conspiracy theory, do you think that they're hiding some of these positive COVID tests?
I know the NFL had a scare a couple of weeks ago where they had almost half the league with 9, 10 tests. The Bears are one of those teams where 12 of their players that they had tests came back with positive tests, and it ended up coming back that they were false positives. And I feel like if that happens during the year, then it's like, okay, are we really talking about false positives? Or are we talking about guys trying to cover up what's really going on, So I feel like, those are questions that I feel like are going to only get louder as we go deeper into sports during the COVID world. You know what I mean? We're definitely going to run into some people that catch COVID and say, hey, don't tell nobody. I think I can still play. We saw the Cardinals try to pull it off.
They definitely pulled it.
We saw the Cardinals try to go ahead and play with players that tested positive for COVID, and next thing you know, all hell breaks loose.
Well, I'm definitely thirsty for some football, man. I enjoy those Sundays and Mondays.
Are you excited for football?
Oh yeah, man. What's a Sunday without sitting in front of the TV from 10 a.m. if you want to watch a couple of those shows?
Yeah.
What's nothing like a Sunday from sitting in front of the TV from 10 to 10, bro?
Man, I'm telling you.
I'm wondering how they, as far as the social justice stuff, saw that crazy.
Right.
You saw that. Did you see they put Kaepernick back on Madden, bro? Not in the league.
And I heard his rating was high.
They gave him an 81 rating. Yeah, that's what Cap. You're welcome. Don't think about joining the league though.
Wow. Man.
So yeah,
is it a league-wide mandate? No signing cap.
Come on, they got non-disclosure agreements, and we don't know what the hell happened with Cap and the rest of those owners, man. I feel like that's a whole conversation for another day. But when we get back, we have the one and only Jason Hayward coming on the soil with the Bigs.
What's in it for the Black People Media, man? We're about to pay some bills. We will be right back.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday, or you can find them online at solobeauty.com.
The biggest threat to Illinois citizens from Washington is health care costs and policies. Senior citizens have their Social Security reduced from Medicaid, and some of our senior citizens live off $3 a week for food allowance. Working families are facing bankruptcy over policy and limit and costs. Drug prices require decisions between food and Medicaid. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me and send me to Washington. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday, or you can find them online at solobeauty.com.
The birthday line is, easily, or the birthday bash, whatever you want to call it.
Our hit record.
That's our hit record.
That's our hit record.
That's our one. That's
right,
my girl.
That's my girl by the Temptations. Like no matter where we go, we gotta do that.
Are you ready to go down?
Yes, we are.
Come on, who's just on that birthday line?
It's Mandy. I'm Amy.
And how old are y'all on this day?
I'm 14. I'm 13.
Go ahead. It's your birthday. Go ahead.
Definitely around 20.
Hey, where y'all from?
Southside.
Where y'all from?
Ida B.
Bad boy, you gotta say about that.
Ida B.
From WGC out of 3 a.m.
Oh,
Just Bill on the show card. Birthday. Go. Question.
Hey, she's doing the question.
No more to go. With the show called It's Your Birthday. Hey, let that play.
It took there.
I'm tired just listening to that.
Chicago famous. 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Home invasions occur every 21 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, with secure home and automation, portable wireless phone devices and
You're listening to Chicago
this includes
Famous
fast
with
emergency
Mike Love and
response,
Diz.
free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069. Or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers or restrictions apply.
Yeah, it is. Y'all can hear me? Hold on. Y'all can hear me? Testing.
There we go.
Yep.
Can you hear us on the other end?
Yep, all good. Clear.
All right, let's get it.
Seemed like a little delay. I don't know if you could tell, but
No, it's yours is cool. It looks cool from your side, from your end, coming from you.
okay. Gotcha.
All right. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
As always, yes, sir.
Bigs, they calling us the bigs, but not because our size. The bigs, they calling us the bigs, but not because our size.
Just like that, you are back on the soil rocking with the bigs. You see the merch, man, the official Buck 50s. If you're from the crib, you know what this Buck 50 means. This is official Chicago merch. If you grew up in the 80s and 90s in the Chi, West Side, South Side, East Side, even the North Side, man, you know what this snakeskin brim means to the city of Chicago. So shout out to Albert Ray from the Albert Ray collection for lacing the bigs with the ill merch. But right about now, like we told y'all, we got the big certified Cubs outfielder, 5-time Gold Glove winner, our boy, our family member, Jason Hayward in the building. What's good, my brother?
What's good, Jason?
Man, what's happening, fellas? It's good to see y'all.
As always, brother. Yes, sir. Definitely good to hear from you again, Jason.
Man, it's crazy. Like you said, it's good to see you, man, because with this whole, COVID situation, we haven't been able to, do our usual 1-2. But it was crazy. I was leaving out the press box the other day, and Javi was leaving out of the stadium at the same time, and he kind of looked and gave a double take. And I was like, yeah, it's me. I'm like, yeah, I know we would usually have seen each other by now, but like you said, man, it's good to see you, man. So how is everything, man? Quick scare the other day. I know people, it's crazy that the first thing people think about when you have, any little mishap is, man, does he have COVID? And it's like, maybe he just wasn't feeling good. You never know, but it's good to see that, your test came back, everything came back, and you were all good, and it's good to see you back on the field, man.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it, bro. It was definitely scary, man, because like you said, natural reaction is first gonna be COVID, and wanting to make sure I'm not out here getting anybody else sick. Got teammates with kids, got a couple of teammates that have had cancer that are high risk. All that's going on through my mind, but then also personal health. Like I never had asthma, anything like that. Don't really have too bad of allergies, so I wasn't really sure what was going on, why I had shortness of breath, why I couldn't get that deep breath. But that definitely sent me through a little panic. But we took all the tests necessary, and put myself through it. Doctors took good care of me, and good to be back out there with the fellas last night.
Jason, man, the last time we talked, man, there was a lot of stuff up in the air. We were actually wondering if we were even going to get a baseball season. So I guess the only way I can start this is by asking you, how has it been, playing in this post-COVID world, man? We've been seeing you, we've seen pictures of you standing on the field with masks while you talk to players, and that's something we've never seen, and we know you guys have never had to deal with. We've seen the fake handshakes after wins. How has it been personally from your perspective?
Man, it's been, if anything, it made me more appreciative of that I have this job, that this is my career, that I can get to play a sport, right, that people rely on for entertainment and want to see us go out there on the field and do what we love to do. But on the other side, it does make you miss a lot of things, man. It makes you miss the fans. It makes you miss people in general, bro, because you're out there in the outfield, you look around, and it's barely anybody. You see the people that are showing up out there every day, grinding with us and being away from their families, going through testing, of course, every other day at least. It just makes you, again, bro, just keep things in perspective, have fun playing the game. And, us as a group, people talk about us being rowdy in the dugout and whatnot. Bro, we always been like that. To be honest, if anything, that's always us, man. There's just no fans out here, so you can hear us even more. But we definitely know that we got to keep that up and just keep having fun and enjoy the moments while we got them.
That's real, man. Now, I want to get down to the nitty gritty, man. Now, we've talked about, we have our little talks here and there, and the same conversation comes up, it seems like, every year about black players in baseball and needing more black players, and black executives, managers, and all of that. But on the ground level of things, we'll just start with like Little League baseball, and it seems like, because when we were coming up playing Little League baseball, it's like we breathed, slept. Like I couldn't wait until Saturday morning.
Slept with your glove. Come
Man,
on.
bro, all during the week in school, all I'm thinking about is Saturday morning to get into the field and playing this game. So I think systemically that the game has been taken from black kids in the inner city, just for the simple fact that, it went from Little League baseball to where you could sign up for free and play. And now everything is travel league and travel ball, and even to the equipment. Like I was at Dick's Sporting Goods last week, and I saw an outfield glove, and it was $279.
Come on, man.
And I thought to myself, no kid in the hood can afford that, even if they wanted to play. Like, it was unbelievable to me, like, the levels that I'll say that they've gone to kind of take the game away from us. So how do you think we can get kids, even in other sports have become more popular now, obviously basketball, football, even stuff like soccer is becoming more prominent in the inner city. But how do you think we get more inner city kids to get back to the game that we grew up loving?
Man, first of all, speaking on that glove, bro, that's just a glove, right? Like that ain't even halfway to the battle of right. You need the cleats, you need the gear, you need the bat, all this stuff, helmet, whatever, man. And then you got to get to the field, get on the team, and get the lessons and proper training and stuff, bro. So it's a tough road. I feel like I was very fortunate to have good coaching at a young age. As far as Little League and inner city and minorities, I think starting with us at this level, just speaking on some of these injustices that we're seeing, some of the things going on in our communities, bro, just letting them know that, like, okay, in baseball, you're allowed to have a voice too, right? Because if you think about it, man, or when I'm thinking about this stuff going on, I look at it, if I was a dad and I had kids, bro, they see baseball going on. They see all these other things happening in the NBA, NFL, WNBA, MLS, hockey, NASCAR. If you see baseball not joining in on that, then how do you feel as a father saying, man, I don't know if I want my kid to step into this sport, into this arena, because they're not really willing to take the time to pay attention to what's happening in our world and our community. That's first and foremost. But after that, I think it's going to come down to, like we were talking about, it's going to come down to funds. It's going to come down to money, accessibility, creating environments where they can go to a field close by in the neighborhood, where they can get out there and play, have leagues, and be able to go play without feeling like they got to give up an arm and a leg to get out there and make something happen, bro. Because the influences right now are scholarships in basketball. You can go to the league real quick. The NFL goes without saying, bro. You get to college, you get on the team, you get a scholarship real quick, and then in 3 years from now, you can go right to the league without having to do a minor league process. So I think in the grand scheme of things, I think MLB is willing to listen. They've been listening. They've been hearing us on our side in the black community. But overall, I think, bro, you're going to see some changes here in the near future where I don't want to say it's easy to get there, but there are less steps you have to take to get there. And I think that might help us. But again, the biggest thing, bro, is looking ourselves in the mirror and say, what can we do as black players to be a good influence for young baseball players out there?
Definitely.
Jason, man, one of the things that, I definitely wanted to get your opinion on that drives me crazy is the gatekeepers of MLB, the game, man, where we're talking about we've seen players like Fernando Tatis Jr., come in and just put in work, but then we saw the backlash that he got from the gatekeepers or the keepers of the unwritten rules that kind of told him, hey, that's not how we do this.
Right.
I feel like when young kids look at the game and they see exciting players like Tatis, like Tim Anderson, that's one of the things that is going to get young players, back excited about the game. But it gets kind of murky when the league pushes back on that and says, hey, that's not what we're about.
Right.
So I'm wondering, how are the gatekeepers on their last leg, in your opinion? Is the game actually changing, or do the guys that have been involved in this 100-year-old sport, 100-plus-year-old sport, just have a stranglehold on this game, and this is just going to be how it is forever?
I think it's fair to say there's going to be some on both sides. I think it's a definite give and take. And baseball, to me, has some of that golf etiquette in it, where certain things you just know you're not supposed to do. When you finish a round, you take your hat off, you tip your cap to the crowd and your opponents. The way I see it is, man, this game in baseball is always going to change. You're always going to see younger players come in. It's always going to have to keep up with the times, like we're talking about, to keep people interested. And I really think that, if you want to go do something out there on the field, just be ready for what comes with that.
Right.
And I think that's what people forget, when it came down to the old school way of baseball. If somebody didn't like something, they threw a pitch up and in, right? They let somebody know. They had words about it. And then they settled it, and then they kept it moving. And I think if anything, I think that's kind of what we're losing a little bit. I'm not saying throw up and in. I'm not saying hit people. I'm not saying anything like that. But I'm saying, look, just squash it, talk about it, whatever. If somebody wants to throw a pitch close to somebody, hey, like you let them know why you did it, and then we move on. But I feel like it's all about, no offense, the media. People want to talk about stuff and get hype around things, have some tabloids, and they say, oh, he threw up and into him. Now let's talk about how he shouldn't have done that. Well, bro, look, you gotta let us police ourselves, right? Keep people safe,
Yes.
obviously. Don't, like we said, don't hit anybody in the head, but let us police ourselves. but let the game be the game, man. Dudes are gonna be different. You got more kids seeing us do our thing on the field from Instagram, from social media, from the YouTubes, from different media facets now than we had growing up. So I feel like they're closer to the game than ever, man. So they're seeing what we do and they want to be a part of that instantly.
I also think that another thing that Major League Baseball could do to help is to market the black players a little better, even just players in general, but specifically the black players, because we were having a conversation here the other day about Mike Trout. And it's like if you brought Mike Trout, your local plumber, your local lawyer, your local whoever off the street and put them in a room together, the average person wouldn't even know that was Mike Trout, the supposed best player in Major League Baseball. So I think they missed out 100% on marketing a guy like Mookie Betts. Like I feel like Mookie itself is like the easiest thing to market right now. But I also think that a player like you who's very outspoken. Back in the day, I think black players were scared to speak their voices because of the backlash that they would get. They would be labeled a troublemaker or, maybe sent to the minors or whatever, the higher ups could do to you. So it's great to see guys like you and Mookie and those other guys around the league who are outspoken and don't hold back on these issues and your opinions in general.
No, I definitely feel that, first on the marketing topic, man, I think it just goes to show how it ties in with, we want to call it racism. We want to call it, them not being comfortable with black people or minorities, but, not marketing Mookie the same way in certain markets, right? I feel like now he's in LA, they all about it, bro. He's popping, and he's been that dude, for a few years now. He's been one of the best right fielders in the game, if not the best in my mind. And he's been that dude at the top of the lineup, bro, just bringing action. He gets on the bases, he runs around. But in Boston, you didn't necessarily feel that, right? You didn't feel that heat coming from him and that vibe. But, once again, different markets, different teams, different teams are willing to do different things. And I feel like you said, MLB has to grab a hold of that and make that move and keep that pushing, which I think is happening now. And again, it's got to be, to me, hats off to them in the aspect of listening to us.
Right.
But, also, like you said, bro, like this is new for us speaking up in the game. Right. We have been afraid. We have been cautious. We have not wanted to mess it up for the brother coming behind us, and we wanted to, be like the brother before us, Torrey Hunter's, CC Sabathia's, to name a few, man, Derek Lee's, guys that played the game for a long time. And we felt like if we spoke up, then that was going to hinder that. And now we realize that we got to do it the right way. We can't be afraid anymore. We got to speak up for our community and make sure we're that influence. So when we do say, okay, man, can we get marketed a little bit better? Can we get a little more attention? Yeah, you can, but you can't just complain about it and not be about the action as well.
100%. Jason, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're on the soil with the Bigs.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069. Or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority.
Agreeing to authorize bill with certain restrictions apply.
Cootie Simmons, of course. I just think it's Cootie, right, from Channel Zero.
I mean, that's how we just know him as Cootie.
Now let's talk about this joint that you guys recently dropped. You directed the Stephon Marbury documentary, A Kid from Coney Island, that's on Netflix right now.
When they came to us about the project, I was like, Stephon Marbury, I'm thinking Tim Hardaway. I'm like, man, Marcus Liberty. I'm like, Stephon, I don't know New York. I don't know Stephon. Right, I'm thinking exactly. I know how to tell a Chicago story good,
Chicago famous. 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
You're back on the soil, rocking with the Bigs. I'm your man T. We had the one and only Jason Hayward kicking it with us on the soil today.
Jay Hay on the soil with the brothers,
Come
man.
on, I like the sound of that, man. Whoa. Thank you, Jay. Hey, everybody tuned in. Go ahead and leave your comments on the post. Let us know what you think. Any questions or comments, we're going to get to it after we talk to Jason Hayward today. But I want to dive back into this conversation, man, because you said a few things that I want to kind of double back on and get your opinion on, because I feel like the people need to hear what you have to say about it, Jason. You said that in your opinion, you feel like MLB is you have their ear, that they're listening to you. And I feel like anybody that pays attention to MLB, we can see some of their social media posts, and the tone has changed. They got a little bit more flavor, a little bit more sauce on some of their social media posts. But from your perspective, what are some of the things that you've seen or heard from MLB that make you feel like you have their ear?
Well, the Players Alliance has been in contact with MLB before the season started.
Yeah.
We started and popped things off with the opening ceremony, with gathering everyone together and making sure we put emphasis on the Black Lives situation. Making sure that we put, memo out there that, hey, like, we're still talking about this even though we're starting our season. And I think that was a huge step. But also you're seeing, from when we talk about marketability, bro, I'm getting so many photos now in our feeds that we get throughout the year of people taking pictures with the Black Lives Matter shirts, with unity, with equalities, and that stuff's being spread throughout. Jackie Robinson's Day was a huge one. Of course, it was great to be a part of that again. We also wore that for the weekend. We also had front office members. Theo Epstein reached out to me and let me know that he supported me when I sat out that night at Detroit. And he felt like, he said, hey, bro, I feel like you guys are doing the right thing. You can't just keep, complaining about things. We have to get it right, and we got to take action on that. And he let me know he fully supported that. And he also supported that by donating his salary on that day and for Jackie Robinson's Day as well, and opened it up to other front office members. And I had people reach out, man, and I feel like that's huge for, again, putting action with words. Here for us with the Cubs organization, what we have, I think every other day or a couple times a homestand, is we have Ray McLemore, who's from Chicago, from the West Side, come in and meet with us as a group and open up dialogue about, racial equality, about getting on the same page and answering questions and just opening everyone's eyes to, like, this is a real thing, of course, but just giving some insight on it, bro. Just letting people see, like, these things are real, and these are things that you guys don't really get to see every day as not being an African American in this country, not being Latino in this country. We just want y'all to know this is the fight that we've been fighting, and this is why we're speaking so much on this. So that's what I can say. I felt, for sure, the utmost respect and support from this organization. But MLB is not stopping, and we're not letting them stop. And they're talking about donations to foundations and organizations that we've all been supporting as African American players, but also as just players in general in our communities. And they're shining light, bro. They're shining light on the things we're talking about. But again, I can't do it, any justice without letting people know that we have to continue to speak up, and we have to continue to be heard. Because if we don't do that, then they don't have anything to listen to, and it's not really fair to complain.
I hear that, man. Now, speaking on Roberto Clemente and Jackie Robinson, shout out to you for being the Roberto Clemente nominee. That's well deserved. But also, I think it is time for, Major League Baseball to listen to you guys more and more and become a more progressive organization like the NBA has. The NBA is looked at as the most progressive of them all. So I think it's about time for Major League Baseball to adopt those same qualities. But when you say like Roberto Clemente and Jackie Robinson, and they had Jackie Robinson Day where everyone wears 42, they had Roberto Clemente yesterday with Vic and Javi and a couple other guys wore 21. But I also think that they can do more. I think they can do more. I do have a couple ideas, but I'm not getting paid for them, so I'm not going to let MLB get my ideas.
Keep them for yourself.
We're going to keep those low key. Hey, for when we had that meeting with them,
Hey, you got to get it how you live. I feel that.
No, but as far as the black players in the league, like for myself personally, when black players from the opposing teams would say, like when Billy Hamilton was on Cincinnati, or when D Gordon was, I forgot who D played for before he got to Seattle, but I made it a point of mine to make sure that I went over to those guys and let them know, who I was, and that we kind of shared the same.
That's why we here, right?
Yeah, that's why we're here, to kind of look out for each other and let them know that I know how you feel being basically the only black guy in the press box. So I'm interested to know, with everything that's going on now, how do you and all the other guys in the league interact with each other? Is there like a group chat that you guys have, or do y'all text? And I know CJ was one of your, one of the closest guys when he was here. Do you still keep up with him like that?
Bro, no, we definitely have, bro. We got a plethora now of group texts going on, right? Between the black players and some coaches, former players, some people, staff as well, just to stay in tune, man. Like you talk about, bro. This is special. So that's how it feels when we step out here on the field now. We see each other. We hold our heads a little bit higher. We speak more. We smile at each other a little bit more, man. Just saying what's up, bro. Like, I appreciate you. I know your grind. I respect it. And the dudes coming behind me, I know they're looking up. I know they're looking up because I know what it's like. I've done that. And the dudes that have came before me as well, bro, we pay homage to them. And I think that's a special vibe. And I forgot to mention that. You mentioned the Roberto Clemente Day yesterday. Most definitely feel like they can do more, man. Because just like our community, bro, it's not everyone accepted until you accept literally everyone. And Roberto Clemente, man, yeah, they have the award for him. They talk about the humility. They talk about the humanitarian, willing to give back, willing to give of himself, literally gave his life, going to give more.
Yes.
But I feel like number 21 can be retired. I feel like that can be a bigger day. But it was such an honor, bro, to wear that last night with you, with Javi, with Victor, with the rest of the players in the game that were able to wear that and sport that. I think we should all be able to do so with no name on the back of the jersey and just have 21.
No, it was interesting, man, because I took a trip to Puerto Rico a couple years, and I rode by the Roberto Clemente Stadium, and I rode by a couple baseball fields that kind of looked run down, like they hadn't been used in years. But it had a bunch of like Roberto Clemente, what would I call it? Not memorabilia, but just like nostalgia. It was just like you could feel the aura of Roberto Clemente in those areas where baseball was prominent. So I agree with you. I definitely think they can do more for Roberto Clemente. They starting by just retiring his number. But man, let's get to some Cubs talk, man. People are surprised. I don't know why people are surprised that you're having the year that you're having, because I know,
tell them,
behind the scenes, I know how much. I know your track record. I know what you did in St. Louis. You were an all-star. You were winning Gold Gloves then. But I know how much work you put in, and I know how tough of a game this is. So a lot of people have hit me up talking about, man, Jay Hay is killing, and I'm like, well, I mean, sometimes it may take a little longer. It's not the effort. It's not the heart. It's not
period.
It's none of that. But what do you think has been the key to your? I wouldn't call it offensive onslaught. I just think this is who you really were. What's the key? What do you think is the key to it?
Well, I think it's been, first and foremost, just getting settled into where I am. You want to go play somewhere. You pick a spot, for the first time in your career. don't necessarily know everything that's going on with it, because you never know until you get on the other side of it and you actually get your feet wet. But I just think I'm settled into where I'm at, organization-wise. We talk about, I guess, certain teams have a system. That was something for me to have to, to learn how to fit into when I first got here. This year, I also feel like it's kind of dumbed down, and it's a little bit more back to baseball. With you go out there, you got your starters, and they go out there and play. There are going to be some moves made throughout the game. May have a pinch hit here, pinch hit there, but on a given basis, bro, like I know I'm going out there, I'm playing right field, I'm batting between 5th and 7th, and that's what I got. And I think once that's going on, man, you can really just focus on yourself on a daily basis, and you can get settled in with who's hitting in front of you, who's hitting behind you. But on the other side of things, just for me taking care of what I can control is, like you said, bro, like a lot of hard work has gone into this. I just been focusing on timing, making sure I give myself room for error, because pitchers are going to make their pitches, bro. We got some good pitchers in our division, tough pitchers in our league. But for right now, for me, I just been focusing on that, because we don't have the video the same way we would throughout any other year. We don't have the same things that we're used to having, bro. So this is a weird year, but I'm just trying to make the most of it and challenge myself to go out there every day and be ready to attack and hit pitches in the zone.
All right, man, we got to pay a couple more bills, Jay. Hey, we're going to come back for one more segment after this, and we're going to wrap it up and let you get on to your business. So you're rocking with the Bigs on the soil. What's in it for the Black People Media? We'll be back.
Cootie Simmons, of course. I just knew you was Cootie,
Right.
From Channel Zero.
I mean, that's how we know him. We just know him as Cootie.
Now let's talk about this joint that you guys recently dropped. You directed the Stephon Marbury documentary, A Kid from Coney Island, that's on Netflix right now.
When they came to us about the project, I was like, Stephon Marbury, I'm thinking Tim Hardaway. I'm like, man, Marcus Liberty. I'm like, Stephon. I don't know New York. I don't know Stephon. All right, I'm thinking exactly. I know how to tell a Chicago story good,
Chicago famous. 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media. You can hang out with Chicago famous Mike Love and Diz 3 to 6 p.m. right here on What's in It for the Black People Media, live on the Mace Jackson page. So shout out to Chicago famous. They did their thing. They did a phenomenal job. Those brothers, listen, radio legends, right? And you come in, you used to doing things one way and trying to flip it and do another way. They handled it seamlessly, man. So shout out to Mike Love and Diz for holding it down as they always have done. Welcome to the What's in It for the Black People Media family. Good luck at achieving number 2 status for the second best show on What's in It for the Black People Media, because number 1 is and always will be, I said what I said.
Always remember, you ain't first, you're last.
Whenever I play, I want to play to win. I don't see no purpose in playing.
Play to win the game. In the famous
Can
words
you
of
beat
Harvard.
my ass, though?
Can you whoop my ass, though?
It's really that simple. I don't plan on getting my ass whooped.
Hey, yo, wait a minute. Hey.
The Chicago famous ain't gonna whoop my ass.
And Chicago
We not
famous
here for no ass whoop.
Hey, yo, what's your problem, man? Y'all are brothers. You ain't supposed to be fighting each other.
We not here for no ass whoop.
That's not what we're here for.
We're not here for no ass whoop.
It's not what we're here for.
Not at all.
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Tucson Warner and Herb Howard, live on What's in It for the Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
We're back on the soil, rocking with the Bigs. We got the one and only 5-time Gold Glove. I gotta say it, man. 5 Gold Gloves is wicked, bro. That's something you can take with you when you get done playing on the field. But
I appreciate you.
Hey, make sure everybody that's tuned in, make sure that you stay on the live after this is over. Make sure you tune in to Chicago Famous up next, Mike Love and Diz. They will have State Attorney Kim on today, 3 p.m. sharp. Make sure y'all tune in. Lock in, man. Lock in with Kim Fox, man. She's on the front lines representing for the people.
Period. It's family. Let's do it.
Jay, hey, man, back to what you were saying before that last break about, locking in and being comfortable in your settings. I try to get people to understand exactly what you were saying with, they talk about a guy like Yu Darvish who people are saying, man, this is finally the guy that the Cubs, you know, were looking for and looking to be. And it's like, well, you know, maybe he wasn't comfortable coming. You know, when you come from the Texas Rangers to the LA Dodgers, and I mean, the LA is the second largest market in the U.S., but Dodgers baseball is historic. But when you come to Chicago and Wrigley Field, this is a whole nother level that you have to deal with. So, you know, maybe it takes some other guys longer to find some comfortability in their settings. But you got a guy like John Lester, who came from Boston, who has basically seen it all out there. He was a World Series champion, and now we can kind of compare Boston-based, the Red Sox and the Cubs, because Fenway and Wrigley are probably the two oldest ballparks.
Brothers and sisters.
Yeah, you know, they like brothers and sisters. So, you know, a guy like John Lester, who could kind of come straight from Boston into Chicago and still be the guy that he was in Boston, because he could, you know, it was an easier transition for him. So I definitely feel you on, you know, being able to find yourself. But I did notice one thing. They were showing some highlights on Marquee, and the difference in your swing from 2018 to 2020. And I noticed there was a little less of a hitch and a little less arm movement, and it looks like you do a lot less with your hands until the ball, you know, gets up there and you want to make your decision. So is that something that you focused on, or did that kind of come naturally?
Yeah, I think what, you know, people don't realize is, man, like, everything is timing. You know, if you give yourself time to have your foot down and to be able to react and recognize pitches, right, then you can take the good swing. Because we big leaguers, we all got good swings. We can do the drills, we can take BP, you can do your work in the cage, but when you get out there in the game, you got to be on time. You got to allow that to work. You got to allow your swing to work, and I think that's just what I've done a good job of doing this year consistently, is being ready to do that. And that's allowing me to swing at pitches in the strike zone more. It's allowing me to catch the ball out front more. And, you know, good timing, if anything, just gives you more room for error, bro. You need that room for error, because pitching, you know, again, pitching is really good. These dudes are good out here. Pitches harder than ever to hit, I feel like. Dudes throwing at high velocities and more spin rates and all this stuff they be talking about. So I just, again, bro, just been focusing on my timing. And when it comes to my hands, being able to use those through the zone, let the bat stay through the zone for a longer period of time.
Man, Jason, that's pure science right there. I want to make sure I run something off to you, though. I've been waiting to ask you this, because Gino has been on me, man. Gino has been telling, you know, the listeners that the guys are approaching this season like it's the last dance. You know, like this may be the last time we see this team constructed as is be able to go and try to win a championship. And personally, I know, you know, athletes are, you know, always going to a season with some kind of chip on their shoulder, something that will drive them to get to the next level. But I love for you to let me and the people know, are you guys looking at this as maybe your last chance to do this? Is this kind of a last dance situation with the Cubs and the guys right now?
Well, I mean, we understand the reality, you know, whether we want to look at it that way or not. The time of the clock is ticking when it comes down to business and being under contracts and control and all those things. So that's a reality we all understand. So our mindset is that, you know, let's enjoy this. Let's make sure we make the most of this time together. You know, we know what the end result we want. We know a lot of us have been there before, but at the end of the day, we know that doesn't come without showing up, working hard and having fun and just enjoying this challenge, just like we've taken on any other challenge that we've been given, you know, throughout our time together.
I'm a purist, man. I'm a baseball purist. You know, I played D1. You know, I had to. I didn't have. So back to something you were talking about earlier, and it's about like being taught the game. And a guy like Ed Howard that we talk about, guys like us, when we came up, we didn't have any Major League Baseball players to come back and really teach us the game and show us technique. That's why a guy like Ed Howard is so special, because he had the technique of a big leaguer at the age of 12, because Lou Collier, I don't know, are you familiar with Lou? I know you
one
heard
of the
Lou
Chicago
Collier.
greats.
I heard the name.
Yeah, Lou is he's one of, you know, Chicago's finest. He played a few seasons with the Pittsburgh Pirates, but he made it a pact to come back home and teach the young guys, you know, what it really takes to get to to the show, because most of us, we get to college, even a guy like Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson probably just started learning the technique and the actual skills needed to be
us as much.
To be a major league shortstop. He got there through grit, hustle, grind, and being from the hood and having gone through probably most things that most people that play Major League Baseball never have.
Period.
So is that something that I'm pretty sure is. Well, going back to what I wanted to say, I noticed something about your game, man. I've noticed in Cincinnati, there was a routine fly ball hit to you. There were no outs. It was like the top of the bottom of the fifth, and you approached the game. You approached the catch like it was a runner on third, like you were about to throw him out at home. And I'm like, man, that's just like that's an unlearned. That's something that comes natural. I think that comes from your background. The way you were raised is a big piece of the way that you play the game. And I met your mom, dad, and your brother, and I can totally tell that's where it came from. But it was crazy that was the first thing I noticed, that, man, there's nobody on base, and this guy is under this fly ball and ready to throw somebody out, where most right fielders would just lazily, attempt to catch the fly ball and just throw it in the second.
Facts.
So I just wanted to give you props on that, man.
No, I appreciate that, bro. I mean, I think, like you heard from Tim, like you're gonna hear from Ed, hopefully at some point, here in the near future, him getting to the big leagues is, you get here one way, and you get here by doing certain things right. And I feel like, myself included in that, I did a lot of the little things right, played the game the right way, hustle, all that, the little fundamentals like you're talking about in the outfield. But you do have to keep learning, bro. You got to learn how to get here, but you got to learn how to stay, right? How to deal with all the other things that come with this game. Playing in this, so-called, career, bro. This is a big ass tournament, the way I see it, bro.
Yeah.
This is year 11 for me, and I played against, a lot of these dudes over and over again. Joey Votto, my first year, my All-Star season, his locker was next to mine in Anaheim in the National League All-Star locker room, right? And so I've been playing against him that long, competing against him that long. But it's funny. Last night I got on base and I told him, bro, that's my first hit off Bauer since 2012, and that's my first hit period off him, right? But I've been facing him since 2012.
Wow.
And I feel like I've been having good at bats against him and putting good swings up. But you got to keep learning this game, bro. So for Tim playing shortstop, but defense, bro, shortstop being the captain of the infield, expected to go out there and play every day. You can have your offense, but for him to go out there and keep learning and honing in on that's huge that he even recognizes that. So that's half the battle. But nah, bro, this is a tough game. It's a grind, but you got to compete and have fun and definitely learn every day that you can always learn something new to help you perform another year and another year and another year.
Yep.
Jason, man, I got to tell you, I feel like you're one of the guys in the city that represents so hard that you got fans from, both sides of town, whether they're a Cub fan or a Sox fan. I'm pretty sure they're also a Jason Hayward fan. We just had one of our guys, the one and only Diz, come in, and he just had to let it be known, hey, I'm a hardcore Sox fan, but I love Jason Hayward, man. I feel like only the special guys that come through the city get that kind of treatment. And you've totally, came in and held it down for Chicagoans in a way that, where we had to show respect back to you, regardless of what uniform that you have on, because of the way you keep it real with the city.
All right.
You've come in and put your money up. We've seen what you've done, as far as, being actually in the areas and on the, in the neighborhoods. So, man, as a Chicagoan, we truly appreciate that,
Bro, the feeling's mutual, man, and to have that respect, it goes a long way. I got chills thinking about that. But bro, always I tell people I just try and give back what I feel, and this city's been real with me. It's been real with my family, and this is the dream job to get to work here. I do work on the north side, but Chicago is Chicago, and I see the whole thing as a beautiful place to be, bro.
All right, before we let you get out of here, man, 25-19, still in first place in the NL Central. Like T said, man, contracts, business, all of that. This could be the last time we see the last of the guys from the World Championship team of 2016 together as one. Where do you see you guys? Well, I know where you see you guys, but where, with this being a shortened season and a lot of guys struggling, hitting wise, Javi and Kyle and Riz and KB, hitting 200, KB hitting under the Mendoza line. to still be in first it says a lot about the way you guys started off. But these last 16 games, what's the outlook and what are you thinking?
Man, my mindset is the outlook is like you said, look, with all these things going on with pitchers, guys coming up short with injuries, things like that. Man, this is a tough year. This is the grind like no other. But I think if we, at the end of the day, if we keep in our minds that we can go out here and win the division doing what we're doing, not saying that we don't want results, not saying that dudes don't want to hit better, but I just think we got to focus on the little things on a nightly basis to figure out how to win ball games, and this team does know how to do that. Sometimes you got to win big, but a lot of times in a situation like this, you got to win ugly and take that and move on to the next.
Yep. Yeah, I tell T all the time, man, it sounds like a broken record, but you guys have definitely been through it all. You have the championship characteristics. You guys have the never give up attitude. And that's why I tell, my favorite, that's why this is the most beautiful game out of all of them, because a night like last night, you can hit the ball on the nail and hit it right at somebody and end up 0 for 4. But some nights you can hit the ball off your hands and it finds somewhere.
Thank you double.
And you end the night 3 for 4 with 2 RBI. So I think that's the beauty of the game, being able to find yourself in there. The mental aspect of it is very lost, in it all. So I'm definitely looking forward to you guys pulling it out and bringing that feeling. Hopefully we can get a Subway World Series this year, man.
That's what we count on. But Jason, man, thank you so much for coming on the soil with us. We know, how you get down with us. We appreciate you for always showing up for us, brother.
No, appreciate the love, man. Appreciate y'all rapping with me. Always. Y'all stay up, stay safe.
All right, love, bro.
Jason, take care.
Love.
That was Jason Hayward of the Cubs. Gino, a pure family member right there. I know the people enjoyed that one.
Big certified, man. It's definitely a shout out to Jay Hay, because I'm pretty sure he's got a meeting or something that he, needs to go to.
He had to push a few things back to kick it with the bigs, but that's how you treat the bigs. Thank you, Jason Hayward. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. We'll be back in a second. Let's pay a couple bills. We'll come back and address some of those comments in the comment section. What's in it for the Black People Media on the soil? You rocking with the bigs. We'll be back.
Hang out with Chicago famous Mike Love and Diz 3 to 6 p.m. right here on What's in It for the Black People Media, live on the Mace Jackson page. So shout out to Chicago famous. They did their thing. They did a phenomenal job. Those brothers, listen, radio legends, right? And you come in, you used to doing things one way and trying to flip it and do another way. They handled it seamlessly, man. So shout out to Mike Love and Diz for holding it down as they always have done. Welcome to the What's in It for the Black People Media family. Good luck at achieving number 2 status for the second best show on What's in It for the Black People Media, because number 1 is and always will be. I said what I said.
Always remember, you ain't first, you're last.
Whenever I play, I want to play to win. I don't see no purpose in playing.
You play to win the game. In the famous words.
Can you beat my ass though?
Can you whoop my ass though?
It's really that simple. I don't plan on getting my ass whooped.
Hey, yo, wait a minute. Hey.
The Chicago famous ain't whoop my ass.
And Chicago
we
famous
not here for no ass whoop.
Hey, what's your problem, man? Y'all are brothers. You ain't supposed to be fighting each other.
We're not here for no ass whoop.
That's not what we're here for.
We're not here for no ass whoop.
It's not what we're here for.
Not at all.
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Tucson Warner and Herb Howard, live on What's in It for the Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Day one. I like how that sound right there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of inspirational. It's like everybody got a goal. It's trying to reach to alive. It's trying to live, man. Keep bumps in the road. You got to keep pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? If it don't push you, make you strong. You know what I'm saying?
Cootie Simmons, of course. I just knew you was Cootie,
Right.
From Channel Zero.
I mean, that's how we know him. We just know him as Cootie.
Now let's talk about this joint that you guys recently dropped. You directed the Stephon Marbury documentary, A Kid from Coney Island, that's on Netflix right now.
When they came to us about the project, I was like, Stephon Marbury, I'm thinking Tim Hardaway. I'm like, man, Marcus Liberty. I'm like, Stephon, I don't know New York. I don't know Steph. All right, I'm thinking exactly. I know how to tell a Chicago story. Good,
Chicago famous. 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, or you can find them online at solobeauty.com.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069. Or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers, certain restrictions apply.
What's up? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Diz.
Sounds like Bad Boy Radio.
Yeah, but it's not Bad Boy Radio because we are now Chicago famous, but we are back on the air.
3 to 6, Monday through Friday.
All right, you tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody it's going down. Not only will you hear us on air, but you'll be able to see us as well.
What's in it for the Black People Media? Make sure you check us out.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. People in Illinois have been trying out for justice, equality, and fairness from their government for years. And it keeps getting worse. Unfair taxes. Laws that unjustly imprison nonviolent offenders. The rich get richer, and the everyday people suffer. It's time for a change, and with your help, I'm here to do it. I'm asking for your support as I run for U.S. Senator in 2020.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, or you can find them online at solobeauty.com.
Back on the soil with the Bigs. Just had a great segment with the one and only Jason Hayward. So it's only right you stay tuned to the Chicago famous guys next. Mike Love and Diz, they got a very special guest on their show today. State's Attorney Kim Fox coming to talk some business with the guys. Gino, man, how'd you feel about that last conversation? Jason Hayward came and dropped some gems, don't you think?
All day long, man. I appreciate Jay Hay for hanging out, you know, giving us that time and dropping some ill science, man. We watched the Cubs. We didn't need to know too much about the Cubs. We know they're in first place. There were bigger issues
like
that
you said, we had to
address.
get down to the nitty-gritty,
right?
To
the nitty-gritty, man. So
yes,
shout
sir.
out to Jay Hay for always giving his time. He is definitely one of our family members.
Period.
100% the BIGS certified. But, hey, it's a comment out here. Somebody saying Solo Beauty's website got hacked.
It must be the traffic from the Bigs that's sending them there. They got them shutting down their website, huh?
Wow.
We're going to have to get the connect in here and get y'all directly to Solo Beauty because they rock with the Bigs, and you know we rock with them.
Shout out to everybody out there sending those stars through. I had to shut the live down and come back again, so I know I missed a few people, but I saw my boy Ray Hubbard sent the Bigs a few stars, so shout out to Ray. And everybody that's sharing this, sharing the live, sharing the conversation, being a part of the conversation, we definitely appreciate you guys 100%. You want to run down a couple of these comments?
Please, go ahead because I want to hear from the people because I know I tell my Sox fans, it's no Jason Hayward slander around me. They know what it is.
Yeah, we'll get Tim or one of the guys on the show sooner than later.
Yes, sir.
DS Sanders, shout out to our family DS. She said, great interview.
Thank you.
Patah, one of our top fans. What up, Patah? He said, Jason Hayward, big ups, brother. Gave a bunch of Marcus Garvey black flags.
Definitely.
RBG over BLM any day.
Let it be known.
Dexter Childs Randall says Jay Hay needs to make another speech to the team so they can win the final 16 games and go into the playoffs with some momentum.
Hey, come on. Hey, Gino, we stood in the weight room where Jason Hayward got his guys right, and they went out and won the first championship in 108 years. So, yeah, they could use Jason Hayward's voice a little bit.
Shout out to my boy Jay from the gym, Joseph Adams. What up, Jay? Nice work. Great interview with Jay Hay.
Thank you, family.
Herb Howard. Shout out to Herb. Herb Howard is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Herb, one half of I Said What I Said on What's in It for the Black People Media, Monday through Wednesday, 1 to 3 p.m., man. Yes. Make sure y'all rock with the brothers, man, him and two. Herb said, awesome interview. The Bigs get a full hour from the 5-time Gold Glover, man. That's you got to be official with the Bigs, man.
Got to. Thank you, Jay Hay, for showing how it's done.
Vanita, what up, V? V said, awesome interview. Thank you for bringing Jay Hay to my living room again. I love the Bigs.
Thank you, Vanita, for always rocking with the Bigs. Thank you.
We got a couple comments. So we never did get to the Michael Porter Jr. comment. Chris, what up, C-Dub? Chris said that Michael Porter Jr. comment is real, but he's a rookie.
Oh, yeah, he's a rookie. I feel like you gotta tread lightly, especially with guys like Jamal Murray over there, true vets.
But I agree 100%. Maybe he should have kept
you
that.
You were feeling that? You were.
I
didn't touch the ball. That's
not out to the public, not to us.
I feel that.
But you keep that. Those are things you keep in house. That's why Dame Lillard was like shaking my damn head, because I'm pretty sure. So
you gotta run that through the OGs first.
You gotta run that through the locker room first, and
Yes.
through the coaches. You holler at them first. You don't bring that to the media. But Jamal Murray and Jokic have the highest usage of any combo in NBA history. They're second in NBA history behind who?
Stats.
Behind who, though?
Don't tell me Jordan Pippen.
Jokic and Murray.
Oh, they run it back up. Okay.
So that's obvious. I felt
who
that.
the coach over there, Tom Thibodeau?
Oh, wow. Mike Malone. I felt that way when I watched them during the season. I'm like, why do they run so much of their offense? I know why, because Jokic is a great passer. Jamal Murray is an up-and-coming star. But they definitely need – Michael Porter Jr. can score the basketball.
There for a reason.
Yeah,
He's there for a reason. And, I feel like they worked him in to the year after his injuries and everything. They worked him in well, and you saw what he can do. I saw somebody tweet, though, after these comments, is it an over under 5 teams that he's going to be on in his NBA career?
Wow.
I saw somebody say the Bulls need to give up a draft pick to trade for him this year.
I think Michael Porter Jr. is definitely going to not even surprise people, because he's shown what he can do now. But let me give him a piece of advice. Boy, you got to play some defense first.
What's that?
That man ain't played a lick of defense, and I'm pretty sure that's why they like, nah,
What's
bro.
that?
Nah, we can't do that, bro.
Nah, hey, they facing a 3-1 deficit over there in the Western Conference to the Clippers. Feel like that Clippers defense that we've been talking about since before the season started is finally showing itself. They clamped down on those boys last night, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's a wrap.
Absolutely. Hey, what about our boy Dwayne, G? Excuse me, Daniel? Whatever.
Daniel House?
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, he ain't the only one. He just got caught.
I'm kind of looking at the NBA funny. I'm like, you asking these guys to go into a bubble with no action?
He said, I please the physif.
Come on, y'all. This ain't college. This ain't Morgan State University. I'm not trying to sneak nobody into my dorm. Let the brothers do what they got to do.
Hey, one last comment before we get out of here. We appreciate all the comments. I wish we could get to them, but this one is how we going to end this day. Gardis Watts, one of the top fans of On the Soil with the Bigs. Out of all the years where it could be an all-Chicago World Series, this would be the worst year. No fans would absolutely take the excitement out of it.
Man.
I'm going to feel sorry for whatever team takes the title this year. People will argue its validity.
Hey, I'm sure the guys in the locker room are saying, hey, if they giving out trophies, I want it.
I want it too. So with that being said, man, it's the Bigs On the Soil, rocking with the Bigs. Shout out to Jay Hay for getting down with us.
Yes.
Shout out to Sonia Esco.
Hey.
Shout out to our 2 guys over here holding us down on the boards.
Yes.
Shout out to Maze Jackson. What's in it for the Black People family.
You just kicked it with the Bigs On the Soil. Till next time, y'all have a great weekend.
Peace and love.